Many people in our world may think that they've got it figured out, may think that they know the best structure for how to rule humanity, how to go about their own life, the best philosophy, the best ideology, the best religion, that they have the idea that needs to change the world, and that if everybody understood their ideas, then the world would be a better place. And many people may speak as if, well, everybody else is wrong and they are right, or maybe they say that they don't know. But they don't actually go anywhere with what they don't know because they have nowhere to ground their claims of reality, and this claim that they don't know is really just pushing themselves down in their potential to actually change something. So why do we make claims about others and reality? It may be easy for us to think we know what we know. It is where we get stuck, and that is known as cognitive dissonance, defined as the psychological conflict resulting from incongruous beliefs and attitudes held simultaneously. The slave master holds claim over another being's life and self-ownership, and they may even claim that such condition is truthful. When faced with the criticism that their truth is not actually truth, especially if they long held their worldview, they may fiercely and insecurely resist. To make a claim is to make an imposition, declaration, or demand based either upon belief or knowledge. An individual may believe something to be true, but do they truly know? An individual may declare or demand something to be true, but is it really true? Just because an action can be committed, does that make it right? To claim over property that belongs to you is not only just, it is correct. Morality for the 19th century abolitionists in America is not mere matter of empathy and feeling for others, it is the matter of truth in God's jurisdiction. In their eyes, perhaps we may ask the question, why fear ending a long-held practice when you know you stand with the truth of God for whom you love and trust? Despite knowing this, why were prominent abolitionists like William Lloyd Garrison refusing to use law and government to their benefit? Abolitionist Aidan Ballou, in his text The Superiority of Moral over Political Power from 1845, argues that God's kingdom cannot be enforced through human jurisdiction, which is backed by violence and cannot truly change hearts and minds, but rather through the mechanisms which God implanted inside us, the conscience and reason which is backed by and similarly touted as the law of love. Not the love of law, but the law of love. Not authority as truth, but truth as authority. In other words, the 19th century abolitionists recognized God as their true and only master and ruler. Lucretia Mott, an abolitionist, said truth for authority, not authority for truth. Larkin Rose, a screenwriter and author, said whether the issue is math, morality, or anything else, there is a huge difference between trying to determine what is true and trying to dictate what is true. The former is useful, the latter is insane. So think about this as quite an interesting scenario that many people may have not even considered. The idea of God's government, the idea of truth as the only authority, the idea of the law of love or natural laws in general, or the idea that politics won't change the world, or the idea that slavery is the idea that helps us understand freedom. But when you have a truly open mind that's not too open to be naive, you're able to discern and recognize that these individuals were truly thinking for themselves and embarking on an adventure of following their own passion, their own heart, and doing what they know inside their own hearts to be true. And that led them to the abolition of chattel slavery. If there are still slavery forms today as they speak of, then what work is there for us to do in the modern day? Well, let's get more clear on what they meant, perhaps, and then we can build up to such an understanding, an understanding, a comprehension of our heart, not just basing our ideas on mere emotion and feeling, but the actual knowledge of what we are doing and the requirements to actually attain true freedom on earth. Thank you for watching this part of the docu-series Slavery Gone for Good. Be sure to watch our other parts for a more deep understanding as to the nature of truth and action in its fullest extent. If you want to learn more and hear more quotes that have not been discussed in this video, be sure to buy the book Slavery Gone for Good Black Book Edition. This is the most important work in history, and you are part of that work. Do not forget it. As Frederick Douglass, former slave and abolitionist, said, "Knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave."